Hey family, it's Tasha, Mom Bear Prepping. So we're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about some things. Every day that goes by, I'm blessed that we have another day to prepare, but I can't help. I've never felt more with time is on my back as far as getting stuff ready. You see today, you guys, I got my little sweatshirt. All right. Native and Devout. I'll link their channel in my description box. Amazing channel, amazing couple, amazing family. I love watching his videos. He does these rants, right, that have to do with just all the corrupt stuff that's going on, right? And so it's nice because, I get a different perspective, and we don't always see eye to eye. And, brother, if you're watching this, we don't always agree on everything, right? We agree on almost everything, but just great Christian man, right? And that comes through. Great videos, great family. Wife does all this sewing, quilting. She has a ton of skill. And so I just love them. Absolutely love them. So go support them. And I'll put that in the description box so you guys can get to their page. I might even add it as a card too, so you guys can just go, it will pop up at the top, okay? So what I want to do today is I want to talk about, time is against us, right? It is running out for it to be as easy as it is now today to get things. And some of you might be like, well, it's not that easy to get things. And you're right. Okay. It seems like every time I go to get a thing, let's say I'm just looking for anything. This could be a snack. This could be a book. This could be anything, right? I go to find it, right? And what I'm finding more and more is I have to go to several stores to find said item that I want. Stores are discontinuing stuff. This is the biggest thing. We don't carry that anymore. We don't carry that anymore. So, there's a lot of change happening, whether people are paying attention to that or not. But there's a lot of stuff happening now, but it's not even close to how it's going to get for us. Okay. So the time is now to, shut out the noise too, because there's so much chatter, there's so much noise, there's so much side stuff going on, and it is more important than ever to shut that side noise out. Okay, do not pay attention to that side stuff that's happening, and concentrate on getting you and your family ready. That's what you should be doing. And today I'm just sharing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that just we're doing, right? And these are probably things you guys are doing too. And it's not that I'm surprised that I'm doing them. That's why I have this channel. This is why I prepare. None of this stuff really surprises me, but it's still hard to get used to that. We're doing these things so aggressively. All right. These are things we did before, but really it was just a lifestyle. We just, you went about, you might get a paycheck, you bought some things, you did your organization, you did your inventory, you might preserve some food. Things were just nice and smooth, and it's still smooth, but there is an urgency, baby, that's there. Okay. An urgency to get it done. Every day we're doing something. Okay. Never thought we're getting to the point now, and it's not that I never thought we'd get here, but it's surprising that, topping off gas, we're to the point where we're topping off gas every day because, right now it's going up, it's going up like 10 cents a day. So every single day that goes by, it's getting more and more, or we're aggressively, we might get 2 more gas cans and we fill those up. And as soon as we fill them up, I'm like, we need more, we're going to need more. Like, it's just, you're going to get to a point where that's it, right? Either whether you're just like, look, I'm not going to get no more. I don't have room for no more. I don't want to get any more. I don't want to spend any more money on it. If it runs out, it runs out. And you just get to the point where you're like, this is not even important anyway, you guys. Gas is important. Don't get me wrong in the big scheme of things. But I'm just talking about in my everyday life. I'm like, okay, we don't have gas. What happens? We can't go places. We can't go everywhere, right? And although, yeah, that's depressing, maybe we can't go places, but I don't know that it's that depressing, right? Yes, hubby has to get to work, there's obvious things, right? But if this gets too bad, you're going to see things shift like it did during the COVID. You're going to see things shift where it's going to turn to remote as much as possible. Companies are going to turn to remote. If they can still make money with having their workers at home, they'll do it. And then, but they're going to start losing, right? People are going to start getting to a point where they cannot afford the gas. And they're going to shift to the things like carpooling and biking and stuff like that. But some of that stuff's not feasible. There's people that commute over an hour away from home to work, right? And it's just not feasible, or they don't know anybody to carpool like that, right? So you're going to get to a point where people really, really are going to struggle, kind of like I struggle right now with buying meat. They're going to struggle with gas and being able to do that. And right now, I think it's going up and people are kind of dealing with it. But I think it's because it's in an adaptive type of setting, right? It's in that time where we don't want to pay this money, but you can, right? And you do, and you will. It's what happens though when it gets to the point where people honestly they can't afford it. And they're like, I don't have this, right? I don't have enough to pay all my bills and have enough left over to get the gas needed to actually go to work, right? Not even going out on the streets and going and doing things, but to go to work. Okay. So just something to think about, we're topping off every day. At some point, we're not going to be able to do that just because you have to cycle through your guys' gas, right? But it's alarming that we're thinking so much about it, right? Next thing is adding fortification. So for us, we've spent months and months on the house, getting it ready. We've spent tons of time saving money for the septic. It's not easy saving $25,000 on a fixed income, right? Hubby is working now, so that extra check is coming in. But, obviously I have YouTube. I don't make a ton of money, but I make a little bit of money. And so we've been saving, but at the same time, we're also trying to continue to prepare and get the other things that we need as well, right? Outside of like the septic. And so fortification has been really heavy on our minds lately because we've spent so much time and effort and money in just getting the house ready in general, in the inside, you guys, inside projects, saving money for the septic. And so now we're trying to shift on, no, we've got to start putting our, something as simple as just putting cameras up, putting our stuff up. If you've seen my videos, you've seen we're naked. We haven't been doing the things we need to do or that we even have because of time. Okay. Not only are we doing that, but we're just every day we're coming up with new ways and new things that we're going to add to our fortification to make things better, whether it's an extra lock, whatever it is. Okay. And taking the time to look at that said item, right? Let's just take a gate, for example. What could I do to fortify this gate? What do I expect somebody to do? Is it high enough? Is it low enough that they could jump over it? How do you stop them from doing that? What do you do once they jump it? What can they possibly get their hands on? How do you keep them outside the gate if just coming through the gate, extra locks, whatever. So there's just a bunch of stuff that you can do, but it takes time of you actually looking at things and taking the time to actually think through what you want to do for your projects and then getting them done, executing them. But we are just doing it hardcore right now. I mean, fortification, like crazy. Okay. Next thing is, putting away cash. I talk about this all the time. We have cash put away. I'm telling you right now, though, it's difficult because we are saving for the septic. We, have other cash, but it's hard knowing and watching the stock market and watching that stuff daily and just knowing like any day the banks could just shut down, and ensuring we have our money. And then even if you have your money, what happens? That money's not good. We can't even get the septic done, whatever. That's looming, right? But cash, putting cash to the side, and never feeling like I have enough cash to the side, right? It's a constant battle every single day is putting cash to the side, both for septic and for just putting cash, our everyday cash, right, to the side. Okay, so it's a lot, you guys, and it's shocking that we're to this point where it's on our mind so much every day, right? All these things were on my mind before, but it was easy, right? It was easy peasy. I will put a little cash away. It was more effortless, right? And now it's just more urgent in everything that I'm doing. And when I do something, I feel like it's not enough. I need to do more of it, right? Next thing is fighting inflation. And I mean fighting inflation in the way of, just buying stuff, right? The effort that goes into it now of going to different stores, trying to find the sales. Where's the digital coupons? Where's the hard coupons? Where's the sales? Everything, right? Making decisions on certain meats. Hey, we're not getting no meat right now because it's too high. Finding a sale, actually preserving food around sales, right? Where before I used to just get meat, you guys. I just would pick a meat. Let's say I just would pick some ground hamburger, let's say, and I wanted to pressure can it. And I would just get that and pressure can it. And that would just be a project. Hey, I need to pressure can some ground beef, whatever. Now it's like I'm really having to shop around, make sure I find a sale, and then preserve around the sales. What meat's on sale? Okay, that's what I'm going to preserve, right? Instead of thinking, okay, what other meat do we need to add? Because those prices, right? And the things that we like to eat are through the roof, you guys. And so it's difficult, right? And again, it's not like I didn't think this stuff would come. It's just still hard to swallow all the effort that goes in to try to find some meat. And if you don't find those sales or whatever, and you need to get something, it hurts your stomach, right? I don't know about you, but it hurts my stomach when I have to pay an ungodly amount for a piece of meat that I know is for one meal, right? That is hurtful, right? So it's dealing with that. And to me, we are middle class, we make decent money, right? And for me, I'm like, how are these people that don't make that much money, that are even on a more restrictive fixed income? Because our fixed income is decent, you guys. We did military careers. Ours is decent, okay? So we're not hurting, right? But I think about these families that have to be hurting right now. Even families on food stamps that are telling me, Tasha, I get food stamps and it is hard. It is hard. I'm getting like a half of what I used to get with my food stamps, right? They're not getting enough. Or families that were already struggling, working, single parents working 2 and 3 jobs to put food on the table, really struggling. And think about those families that are trying to pay gas and pay everything else that's going up. It's a lot, okay? We're doing projects and building. What has been going through the roof since like a year and a half ago? But as of late, baby, I am sick to death of paying these prices for this wood, right? We need a project. We need to edge this out. This. It adds up quick. We're going to be edging just a little potty box for the dog that we're about to get. The wood is like $85 for just some edging, 2x4s or whatever. It's insane, right? It was just like, this is not even that much wood, right? And so it's a lot, okay? And so fighting the inflation, trying to get ahead of it any way you can, any turn you can, it's exhausting. And then the time is on you because if you don't get things now, you turn around tomorrow and it's more. You turn around and wait till next week, it's more, right? And so that's the fight I'm talking about. That's the battle I'm talking about, right? Next thing I have is just aggressively building a garden. I've only on year 2, but I've never felt more urgency than I do now, right? Every day I'm out there, obviously, but every day I'm thinking, what can I add to it? What crop can I do? How can I do it? And I'm still dealing with a whole big yard that I can't even really touch because they're going to do the septic. So it's not like I can just go out and do a lot of stuff. I'm in a confined area And so a lot of it's containers, a lot of it, but I have a lot of space still, a lot, you guys. So every day I'm like, okay, what can I add next? What can I add next? And stuff that I'm planning to not grow now this season, but the winter season, the fall season, I'm making sure, triple checking, do I have all the seeds now for that? Do I have, what can I start inside now? I'm constantly having seeds started inside. It's almost like as soon as I take some stuff out, I'm like, okay, what's some more seeds that I can start, right? I'm constantly starting seeds. I'm addicted and obsessed with getting everything that I need. I'm obsessed with getting whatever garden tools I need, extra gloves, extra fertilizers, different types of fertilizers, whatever it is. I'm concentrating on really getting that other stuff that I need for my garden, right? So that, because one, I'm fighting inflation. Two, if it goes away and I completely cannot get it, and I want to be prepared for this season, and do and have and be aggressive in the amount of stuff I'm producing as I can, but also thinking about future seasons, right? To keep it going, keep it going. If we go grid down, keep it going. If we go, there's just no food, right? And it just becomes like literally everything you're growing. And I'm thinking of it in a sense of fortification and keeping it safe and all these things, right? It's just a lot. The next thing I have is aggressively preserving food, right? Again, that's hard because I'm fighting inflation, but I've never felt more of an urgency. I'm not even spending time, you guys, as I should, like I have YouTube membership. I should be, and I have a Discord channel for my members that everybody goes and can join. And thank God that they have each other to talk to converse, and that community is growing. Cause I am not in there. I am not on social media as much. I used to be in comments more. I used to be, on all my other stuff, TikTok, and I can't even, you guys, I just don't think I can do TikTok. First of all, I think I'm too old for TikTok. It's super, super hard for me to do those videos. It's not hard for me to do them, but it's a mind thing of, I don't even like the platform, right? And yet I am on it. I'm not on IG posting as much or doing, because I'm busy doing the things. There is so much to do in a day that has to be done that we are up against time. Okay. And so, I've pulled back a lot, and I'm sorry if that, a lot of people are like, no, I want to hear from you more, see more from you. I just, could I be doing videos on all this food preserving? Absolutely. I could just be cranking it out. But do you know how much time that takes? And I'm already under the pressure or feeling the pressure of get it done, get to the next thing. What else can I pressure can? What other can I water bathe? What can I dry next? It's constantly going, and I just don't have the energy to do it all, right? I just can't. Okay. And then the other thing is, do we have, what it takes to survive long-term, like grid down, what I call terminal grid down, meaning, something major has happened, grid is not coming back up. Does my family have the skills needed to make it? I'm talking about when all these nice preps are gone, in regards to all the batteries are gone. Maybe even the solar stuff outside is starting to fizzle out. It's just not working no more, right? The components in that plastic and stuff is just not working anymore. Running out of the fuels, the cook fuels, the heating fuels, the gas, the whatever, right? Do you have the skills to be able to still make it? What happens grid down, any kind of government system you're on in regards to water system, public water system, public sewer system, that stuff goes down. Do you have the ability to build stuff in your backyard to be able to conduct yourself still in a normal life, right? Be able to still go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, get clean, you have, wash dishes, do laundry. Like, what does that look like? And do you have the skills? Does you and your family have the skills to do that, right? Without having all the fancy things. And or if you had to leave, God forbid you had to leave your place, right? Do you have the skills to just make it off of your guys' skills and skill set? And so that's what I've been concentrating on or thinking a lot about is, yeah, these things are important, but what's important is getting the skills, right? Does my family know how to light a fire, right? To cook, to stay warm, okay? To light something. That's important. Does my family have the stamina to be able to walk and make a journey, right? With bags on our backs or no bags, right? Do we have the ability to just go on our feet and stay warm, cook, go about our journey safely, find, safe shelter every night, protect ourselves? Do we have all the things, right? The skills, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, okay? And so that's what I've been concentrating on. And that's what I've been feeling an urgency about as well. So for me, I've been concentrating a lot of my preps on those types of things that will help assist in your skills, right? In ensuring family members have those things, know how to use those things, know how to use those skills, right? Know how to do certain things. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. I have chronic anxiety. I know a lot of you guys watching have anxiety, and I would just say the way you deal with that and the way I deal with it is I just stay busy. I have an urgency. Every day is productive, right? Doing things. And you have to block out the noise, right? There's days lately too that I'm not watching the news even remotely close to how I was watching it even a month ago, right? I have all my channels, all my different things I'm researching, but again, that takes time. And, and then people send me stuff and then trying to research what they sent me. And as of late, I've that's cut in half as well, right? I'm not doing that as much because I'm trying to cut out the noise. There's nothing more irritating when I turn on the news and I see Johnny Depp's wife or whatever on there. I'm like, why? I just don't understand it, right? And with everything going on, and I just can't handle it. It's just, so I just shut it out and I focus and I press forward. And it's never been more important than ever to get your house in order now, to continue to get the things you need for you and your family. And by doing that, by shutting out the noise, you shut out a lot of the anxiety, right? Even these channels, if these channels are giving you too much anxiety, stop watching them and just do the things, right? Just come back when you want to know some information and you want to Google and search for a topic and then watch those videos, right? If my videos or any other videos are freaking you out and giving you anxiety and you want to prep and you don't want to have them, just close us out. Shut out the noise. Stop watching it and focus and do what needs to be done. Okay. Can't stress it enough. So I hope you guys are well. It's Friday. I'm about to do another video and then take my kiddo to his second day of state testing. Yesterday was great. It was a breeze. He came out in like a little over an hour and I was like, oh, heck no. I was like, you just went in there blew it off, whatever. And he was like, no, Mama, I promise you it was easy. And I was like, there's no way it was easy. This is a state test. Like, give me an example. Because easy to me means 2 + 2. You know what I'm saying? Girl, he did like a multiplication. He said, yeah, they had something that was like 64 times 6,400 or something like that, right? And I was like, easy, right? I'm thinking there's going to be some crazy, I don't know what I thought, okay? But the math and the stuff he does now for school, I can barely keep up, you guys. I'm not good, right? And the examples he was saying was on this test. I was like, why do we even test? This is the level that we're expecting our kids to be at right now. Like testing to me, what seems to be like 2 grades ago, 3 grades ago, questions. I don't know, baby, but I don't know. Okay. He's going in day 2. Today's English. That would be a breeze. And so, we'll just knock that out. And then it will be the weekend where we have tons of projects scheduled. So I hope you do as well. I hope you stay busy. Check out my video right after this one. I'm going to record my video for my other channel. It's Friday, so I'll have that loaded up there. What am I doing over there? I'm just going to talk about preparing now and basically what homesteading means to me, all the components of homesteading, my thought processes behind homesteading. just to give you some ideas of how I envision it. You know, everybody envisions it a little bit differently. And so I have some aspects as being somebody that prepares that's a little bit different. And that's what I'm going to talk about over there today. And I'll make sure that I post it in the community page as well, so it's easy to find once it drops. Okay, you guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Take care. Bye.